Has never been cheaper. 100 years ago, the average person would spend 90% of their income on food. 2/3 of small businesses, small farms, have all gone bankrupt. They're all gone. The average age of a farmer now is 68 years old. But we can live with all of this because we're incredibly privileged to do what we do. Every day of going to work is an absolute joy, most of the time. But how can we say to the next generation, before you even start work, you'll be paying 10 years of tax burden? We don't make any money as it is without having to face that utter annihilation of that tax burden. Farmers are built different to normal people. Before we can walk, we want to drive tractors. Before we go to primary school, we've started working on our farms. This is where this cruel family farm tax really starts to bite. In most cases, we are immensely proud to provide food without any real financial gain in the hope we can pass our farms to the next generation. The question I ask you today is what future does farming have? Can we really expect the next generation to have this burden? My message to government is, I'm happy to pay tax, to contribute to society like everybody else, but I can't do that now with both arms tied behind my back. You have a choice, Mr. Starmer. Destroy your own country's food security for what? So you can give 20% of our farms away to foreign farmers? It just doesn't make any sense. Lastly, if we were miners, steel workers or teachers, our unions would be stood here next to us today. Where are you, NFU? This is really bad. Not from the bottom. But fight we will, Mr. Starmer. We will not sit back and let you destroy what we've worked for. The people of this country care where their food comes from, and they care who grows it. Why the hell don't you, Mr. Starmer?
Hey everyone, I'm Liz Webster and I'm the founder of Save British Farming. And I'm not going to say too much because I feel so tearful to see you all here today. And what I want to say to the country on your behalf is, listen to us farmers, we're telling you the truth. The government are lying to you. We all need farmers because we all need food. This countryside that we look after, that we are guardians of, is what we all identify through. And this government want to destroy the countryside like they say Thatcher destroyed the coal mines. But I promise you, I give you, all of you farmers today, my absolute pledge that I will fight every step of the way to ensure that we're still here and Keir Starmer and Rachel Reeves are gone. Welsh, but I am Welsh. But I'm also from Ireland as well. My ancestors came from Ireland, and I'm delighted to bring together the farming community from Northern Ireland today. William Taylor has travelled here to bring a message to the whole country that we are 4 countries united under one union flag, but this government has ensured that all 4 nations are competing against each other in this market, and that is wrong. And so I'm delighted to hand over to William.
As you've just heard, my name is William Taylor and my native organisation is Farmers for Action. Now there's a coincidence. We're here today to support all the other organisations here. Now Farmers for Action was born out of those of you who are old enough to remember the fuel strike. Now guess what? Labour government, too much tax. Now they got a bloody nose that time and they're going to get another one this time. Now, a step further, I also coordinate Fairness for Farmers in Europe, which, if you remember, in 2007 took the first case ever to the European Ombudsman on the issue of inferior quality Brazilian beef, and we won. And that was a combination of 10 farm organisations across these islands, England, Scotland, Wales, Isle of Man and Southern Ireland included. So, turn the volume up. Okay, I need to shout louder. Right. So, all the organisations involved and more across these islands, Chancellor Reeves, we have said, do away with the farm tax and we will show you how to go forward, and that's called the British Farm Welfare Bill. You are no longer to blame for climate change. We have done our bit and are doing it. Climate change is now the fault of the government and the oil companies. And pass that message on every opportunity. It's no longer the fault of our cows. We're already doing our bit with that. And it doesn't involve that feed animal.
Hey! I'm talking to the guy at the back. Can you all hear me? Yeah. Thank you. Right, we're only here today for one or two reasons. The work and effort that Matt and Liz have put into today to make it a success. I joined Safe British Farming originally, and then Fairness for Farming after Jeffrey's first Dover protest. We organised then a rally in Canterbury. 250 tractors completely surrounded the city of Canterbury. The public support was tremendous. I don't know what you guys have found today driving into London. Were people tooting? Were they flashing their lights? Were they putting their thumbs up? Of course they were. This country needs us farmers.
You got rid of the Archbishop.
We then did the first rally here to London with 150 tractors. We mustered in Covent Garden Market, did a procession around at dusk, around Parliament Square, around London 3 times, and the support again was tremendous. We have this public support and we must use this public support to fight our cause. Incompetent government, after 40 years of basic recession in our industry, where our farm incomes have been falling and falling and falling through various governments' incompetence, we have supermarkets who now dominate every part of our life. They turn the screw on us farmers harder and harder and harder with no restrictions. The government have allowed this. Then we have government doing trade deals all around the world, bringing produce in substandard, grown to inferior qualities, stuff that we cannot use in our industry in this country because we're so regulated. Then it's allowed to be packaged with a union flag on it as British produce because it's packed here. Not grown here, packed here. That's wrong. This all needs changing for us to have a level playing field to be able to survive. Then this last budget is the final death nail in British farming's coffin. We have put up with so much for 40 odd years with families now who've been generational farmers for 4, 5, 6, 7 generations. When you work that land, the value of that land is irrelevant, totally irrelevant. You learn, you're born on that farm, you grow up on that farm, you work on that farm, your father dies on that farm, you take the farm over and show your son and your grandson. That's how it works in our industry.
And granddaughters.
I do apologise, sorry. I've got 2 of each. I've got 2 grandsons and 2 granddaughters. I'm very, very fortunate. But it's their futures, it's their futures. That's why we're here today. This tax doesn't take into account farm incomes. It just takes into account the value of the farm, which is irrelevant to most of us because we're not going to sell it. We're going to farm it and move on to the next generation. So it is irrelevant. They need to understand our food. We understand how to grow food. They need to understand how we do it. People.
Not yet. Not yet.
Let me finish, please. We're not militant people by nature, but we are very tough, very resilient. That's why we do the job we do, because no one else would. Listen, Mr. Starmer, If you do not have a rethink of this ill thought out budget, things will get worse. We can bring this country to a standstill in minutes. You've only got to see the kit that we've got here today. The police, the army, no one can stop us. If we wanted to stop the country, we could do it. We don't want to, so listen to us before we have to. That's what we're asking. I'm nearly there. Thank you very much.
Everybody, I'm going to say a few words. The farmers who weren't here today, go back to your communities and tell them if they want to save their family farm, they have to support us. Because I want my granddaughters, I want my cousins to inherit the farm after us. So go back, and the farmers who did not support us today, the organisations didn't support us today, should be here. Because we're not united, we won't win. We're coming after you, Mr. Starmer. You need to rethink, redo your maths, because we love farming. My grandfather died on my farm, my father died on my farm, and I hope to die not shortly on my farm.
Thank you very much. And can I tell you, when I walked off that tube this morning and seen these tractors, I had tears in my eyes. Because you know why? Not one of us want to be here. Not one of us deserve to be here. We should be home with our families, watching after our farms, bringing up the livestock, milking our cows, collecting the eggs, getting the veg, fruit to feed the nation. It's a disgrace, an absolute disgrace, that this man stood in the NFU conference and said he was going to protect family farms. That's what he said, and I'll tell you, we in Wales have had 25 years of labour as a farmer. We're on our knees. That's why we're out protesting. That's why we're out in them docks. And when people ask you that question, you tell them, we fed this country affordably, seasonally and healthily since day dot. These buildings and these people wouldn't be here without us. They destroyed everything. Do not let them destroy our industry. We're proud, we're hard-working, and we pay our taxes, and we have done across the board. They don't understand that people are not making a profit.
Stop paying the taxes.
We are not going to pay the inheritance tax. Listen to the people before you go cold and hungry, and it will happen. Food inflation, food shortages, and the poorer people in society will suffer. And that's why when we go home tonight, we'll go back to working hard, to making sure there's food on them shelves. I don't want to go out and protest again. I've had a belly full, and these bastards don't understand. They are biting the hand that feeds them. Let's pull together from all corners of this country and show them what the countryside can really do. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Thank you very much.
We really appreciate what the Met Police have done. They've done such a great job, and we we appreciate their support in all of this. Oh no! We're all ready, we're all fired up, and we'll soon be on our way for the run around London. We just heard speeches from Gareth, Wyn Jones and a few others, Save British Farming Foundation. So let's go, we're right at the front. The wheels on the bus. Old McDonald had a farm. What the hell?
Very good.
That's a 44 in action.
Gonna down a hill in a minute, for fuck's sake.
We're getting ready to go. Yeah. Fair enough. Is that okay?
Nobody said that's the best right there. That's jealous.
Farm to sale.
These are all ones we got. Right, yeah, make certain you get that. Well, you brought them, isn't it, Dan? You knew exactly what was going to happen. Oh, yeah.
All these horns. Who's got them? Blimey. We haven't moved for ages because we're waiting for the 2 rows to go and then we're gonna go. But they're gonna be around the loop by the time we've even set off. It's 1 o'clock now. There's Billy.
Here's to say gone tomorrow.
No.